Everybody, welcome back into Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We were moving on. The weather's nicer. We're moving outside. COVID's about done, but there's still plenty of needs in our community as we're still dealing with the after effects of a lot of things. Lena Merlos is here, the Executive Director of United Way of South Louisiana. Thanks for being with us. We're updating. Yeah, it's a lot of positive stuff going on.
No,
But
definitely.
let's not have that short of attention span that we forget what happened in August and people's housing and that kind of stuff. So we still have rental assistance available from United Way. And I guess actually before we start that, let's get an update on your building. You guys were a victim of a storm too. How are you guys doing?
Definitely. No, we got rid of our era World War II wiring, which the contractor comes in and he's like, "Oh no, we can't unsee it now." So we
Not
got
code
that
anymore.
No, and it's like wire covered in paper, and I thought, call me crazy, but that's not a good idea.
Maybe that was a good deal back
So
in
they
the
ripped
turn of
all
the
that
century.
out. But this past week, luckily, we got a crew in there, so now we're all sheetrocked.
Oh, nice.
So now we're waiting for the crew that comes in and floats it and makes it nice.
Yeah, it was
so
only
that we could start painting.
Yeah, that was August. So
So
yeah.
exactly. So we're 7-8 months out.
So that's how this has been. It's like we're all ready to go, but it's like in many ways it's been 2 years. In many ways it's been 2 weeks.
Exactly.
And it's like a time warp, in both directions.
No, it is,
So-
and that's what I joke around all the time. It's like I miss my office where I can sit in
Right.
my office and look aimlessly out the window sometimes.
Wish
Right
I-
now, we're very lucky in that we fund some really wonderful agencies, and one of those agencies is the Haven. So we're sitting around one of those Tupperware-looking tables, those plastic tables. The whole United Way staff is sitting around that, and everybody in America has our cell phone number.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
So that when we get called, so now it's no matter if it's my car warranty or,
Right.
they're getting ready to turn my electricity off, which now, I don't know, somebody must have sold my number or something, because now I get them in Spanish.
Nice,
Oh, we're
nice.
getting ready to,
Well,
vamos
see
a
your
pagar
name.
tu electricidad.
Yeah, they see your name. Oh, this must be. When I hear Makuya on the other side, I go, well,
Yeah,
they don't
no.
know what I'm talking about.
So we do have sheetrock. So hopefully between, March, and I'm not looking at April, but maybe by May, we'll be back in
Yeah.
our office. But we're still working hard.
I was about to say that does not mean the
mean-
work has stopped. And like I said, there's rental assistance, and there's still some assistance available. Everybody thinks, maybe people have packed up and moved on, but there's still stuff going on.
Yeah, no, we're still, there's still people actually surprisingly cooking in the parish that are still doing that. If you're around some of these shelter kind of situations, they're still providing meals. But United Way, right after the storm, we got that rental assistance, and we've been kind of still for Lafourche and Terrebonne Parish, but there's still people that either they were able to get into like that Magnolia Plantation truck right behind that
The
truck stop,
Yeah.
and they've actually found an apartment. I've been passing by some of these larger apartment complexes that closed, and I passed by one the other day, and it's like either they've opened a section of it or they really got a lot of workers, and how
Right.
did they do that?
Right. Where'd they
Still
find them?
waiting.
Yeah.
But so as people start to move back into those apartments, but that doesn't mean, even if we're 7 months out, it doesn't mean that those people weren't displaced by the storm, because they were. And I think once they're in one of those state mandated trailers that's set up, and it's like a little community now.
Right.
Once they move into that, they're not being charged there, except I think for their utilities maybe. They're moving into a new apartment. You've already had all this expense because you've lost a lot in the storm. A lot of people lost everything.
Sure.
So
No, and it's glad to have those, but when you look at those places, you're going, this doesn't look that temporary, actually. It looks like they're going to be here for a while,
Yeah.
and they need to. And good thing there's not a cutoff. Like now you got to go find another place. At least they have a
Exactly.
place. But when you have weather that came through like last Tuesday, maybe this Wednesday, those events, you start going,
No, it's like I said, I felt horrible because we watched it on television. Now you get to watch horrific stuff, like you get to watch the war and
Right.
Tornadoes sit down in Araby. But I was like, I feel horrible for those people, but we were blessed that that didn't touch us at all. I mean,
Sure.
we got a little bit of rain,
Sure.
a little bit of wind, and I'm sure if your house is
But to
damaged,
be in one of those
yeah, no,
trailers,
that's
one of
when
those
that's when I
situations.
like to walk through the office just to make sure that new roof is
Right.
holding.
Well, so we talk about, housing assistance and people that are in need. The high rise is one of those. It's now no longer in use. All of those apartments are no longer in use. When you talk about East Homa and some of the government assisted houses out there, no longer have power.
No.
So all of those people have to go somewhere.
They do, and unfortunately, that's who some of the, especially the high-rise people. We were out there a couple weeks ago. We were doing a little bit of filming for BAR to kind of show the rest of the country, hey, this isn't over.
Right,
There's still
right.
a lot of people in need, and we got a story. And I said, through all this crisis, you hear these wonderful stories. And it was an older lady who, even though she's lost everything, she lost her apartment, she's living in this trailer with her puppy. She's cooking for all her neighbors
Right.
out of her own pocket.
That's great.
And I said that's the kind of people that it gives you hope for the future.
Right.
So yeah, no, I mean, if you are still displaced by the storm and you found a new apartment, all you need to do is to go to our website, that www.uwsla.com, in the application. It's very simple.
Right.
We don't ask for a lot because you have enough.
So
going
local
on.
businesses, if you're doing well and if you sell gas, something you're doing real well right now, give the United Way a good chance, and you can help out. Again, the best way to do it is online.
Online, because that's where the application is.
Yeah. So, Lena, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Keep up
having
the
me.
fight. We'll be right back, and more Bite Time right after this.